due to this COVID situation, we thought we will make use of the opportunity time available with the students and with the academic community and with the HR and the industry folks to ensure the benefit of the benefit is going to the student community. So there are some 100 plus students who are participating in this session, and all these are the college graduates who will be either passing out or will be in the second year of the student. So the expectation, as already is known to the speakers, during the physical sessions we would have done a lot of interaction, but due to this virtual, I request you to make your presentation, and we will try to minimize the conversation because it creates some disturbance. So the order of the day is, as said, the first we will invite Dr. Gayatri Madam to give her perception on the industrial expectation and specifically to this current situation, because the expectation before 2 months was different and the expectation post-COVID situation will be different. So I wanted you to throw a light on the perspective which your industry or the overall the industry will look about, and what are all the talents and what are all the prerequisites the students has to develop or to adapt to the change in situation is what we expect as an outcome for this situation, for this session. So with this short note, I now request upon Gayatri Madam to take over the session, and we all will go to mute and listen to you, Madam. Thank you and thank you.
Sure. Thank you, Mr. Saravanan. First of all, I'm glad to be part once again of this, exclusive virtual power seminar series, which is organized by ICT Academy in collaboration with the different colleges. So I think myself and the other speaker, Mr. Vasant, we are back in the second forum. During this week, last week, we together were a part of a similar virtual seminar with another college. So I should say that, as Mr. Saravanan was saying, this is a very good initiative which ICT Academy is taking for the benefit of students, because as he rightly said, at this point of time, when people are staying at home, especially students, and we shouldn't take that as a vacation period, right? So we are not on a vacation. We are here at home for a purpose to save ourselves and to be as responsible citizens. So at the same time, our normal routine, okay, once we come back to the normal course of action, how are we going to make use of this time is what maybe I will throw a few insights for the next maybe 30 minutes of my talk. As students or as responsible citizens, what are we supposed to do in order to groom ourselves, and also how we need to be towards the society, right? So first, let me appreciate the participants. I can see 100 touching. So I think that this is the first, stage of success of this session, I should say, because 100 of you have joined, have taken the initiative, the interest to participate in this webinar. So I think my appreciations to all of you, right? Because in spite of being at home, you shouldn't leave out any opportunity which come across you through your college or any other course of learning which you come across in this time. Because the first point or the main crux of my talk, which I'm going to touch about, is one of the important skill which as a candidate or as a prospective candidate, which you will have to imbibe in yourself for the future in terms of looking out or getting a proper a job in the upcoming challenging times is to what extent are you ready to learn, right? So we call it as a learnability skill, right? So to what extent are you ready to learn? Are you ready to or flexible to learn new technologies? I can see many of you are from the computer science department, BSc computer science, BCA, and so on, right? So you are in such a important stream and a very volatile stream of study wherein the technology keeps changing every second, or you can say there are a lot of improvements. So by the time you come out of the college, okay, things are going to be different. Whatever you have studied might become obsolete, right? So how are you going to make use of this time? By being at home, by keeping yourself more in a proper schedule, having a proper routine of yourself as you were before, right? So that is more important. So it's not just keeping yourself physically fit, but you also need to keep feeding your mind, your brains with the proper knowledge and skill. So how are you going to do? I don't know if, almost everyone has WhatsApp, and you have, your respective department would have created a specific group for sharing, a certain learnings among yourself. But please ensure you learn new certifications or some courses of study. And right now you have many companies and institutes offering free courses wherein you can just log in, register yourself, and start learning and complete that specific course of study based on your interest. You also get an e-certificate. Okay, just to throw a light or give you a few examples, TCS Yon has come across a 15-day course of study, which includes right from the communication to email writing to learning the basics of IoT. Right, so I'm not sure how many of you have come across that. So similarly, you have a lot of other opportunities where you can learn, right? So keep learning and don't take this period as a time to relax or cherish yourself, right? So keep learning, have a proper schedule maintained for yourself. Though you're at home, okay, ensure that you wake up appropriately at the time and then relax yourself mentally, and maybe you can go in for a meditation, do some exercises, and start your day. Because being at home, or not being socially active, just virtually connecting, might also make you feel depressed, right? But my dear girls, please ensure that you come out of it stay positive. The more you be positive, and the more you stop thinking too much like what's going to happen, and am I really going to get a job, just don't keep thinking on in a negative way. Yes, the times are really going to be tough, but as a individual, how can I groom myself, or how can I really sculpt myself to face that challenge? That is what you are going to focus now. So stay focused. Don't just worry about your upcoming months of time, how it's going to be. Is it going to be tough? Am I really going to survive? Am I going to get a job? Fine, things will go on and come back to normal, but you will have to really focus on your development, make the best of use of your time right now. If you do it now, definitely you will be able to face the challenges which is really going to come in the upcoming times, right? So the first thing is keep learning, and you have n number of courses available online. Focus. Just don't have an array of different, like I need to do this, that, and just end up doing nothing. Just focus on one specific thing which you want to learn. and focus on it. It may be any skill. It may be pertaining to your technical knowledge or your domain, or pertaining to your communication skill. Focus on one, try to complete that, try to gain the confidence, and then shift on to the other, right? So if you do this, I think we have almost completed 1 month of staying at home. The majority of you would have already, started working on, with the support of your faculty members or with the support of your internal guides in college, right? If not, you still have time, right? Even now you can start working on yourself. First, do a self-assessment, right? So I will just give you a simple, a quick way of how you can do a self-assessment. I don't know how many of you are aware. There is a analysis, a technique called as SWOT, right? Do a small SWOT analysis of yourself. What are your strengths, right? What are your strengths? What are you good at, right? And how are you going to convert those strengths or strengthen it more to the next level so that it becomes an opportunity for you, right? For example, if you are really good in C++, work on it, okay? Practically work on it. Try to become an expert in it, right? And then automatically converts into an opportunity. Right? So when there are opportunities, job openings for that specific stream, you can say that I'm an expert in it. Just don't be on the basic or the beginner mode. Try to work on it. That is how you need to do a SWOT analysis of yourself. So S stands for strength. W stands for weakness. What are your areas of improvement? How are you going to, maybe you know that this is where I need to really strengthen myself. I need to really work on it, but you haven't consciously started working on it. So focus on such areas. Take 1 or 2 points where you need to improve and work on it. It may be time management. Okay, it may be emotional intelligence, or it may be a specific technical skill which you would like to become an expert in it. Your area of interest is that, but still you need to have an in-depth knowledge. So focus on that. Learn small bites every day. So you need to create an action plan for the areas where you need to improve, right? So that is how you need to work on your weakness. I would rather say it as area of improvement rather than weakness. But W stands for weakness. Convert that into a strength, right? If you do not work on your weaknesses, it would get converted into a threat. That is what T stands for. And O stands for opportunities, right? So very simple. Strength, weaknesses, opportunities, and threat. So in order to identify to what level are you skillful at, specific technologies or in certain behavioral skills, you need to first do a self-assessment, right? So, and this individual SWOT analysis will help you to understand where you stand and where you want to be, or where you want to achieve yourself at, right? And the gap is where you need to really focus and start learning or start working at by having a proper action plan, right? So if you haven't done a self-assessment so far, please start doing it right from today and do it on a periodic basis. It's not a one-time activity, right? For example, if you start doing a SWOT analysis today, okay, and you have a proper action plan, keep on updating it. Okay, this is what I wanted to do. I've completed it. And what's next? So you need to keep updating and analyzing yourself so that you can keep up your bar, raised at the expectations of what the employers are looking forward, right? So the first step, start off with self-assessment and then start working on the action plan. Rather than just going by, the reverse basis, you come across n number of courses, okay, my ma'am has told me to do this, or my friends are doing this, let me go and start working on those certifications. Okay, I got a certificate. No, this is a reverse basis. First, know where you want to be. What's your area of interest? What is your strength? And what you really want to focus in your, career goal. Based on that, look out, research. Okay, related to this, what are the things I need to learn? And look out for support and help. Then you will have an idea, or else you will be totally confused and you will end up with a lot of certification, but you will not have a destination where you want to reach, right? And one more thing, you may say that yes, I have completed so many courses, I have so many certifications, but I am not able to get a job. See, these questions come from different students whenever we interact. The answer is very simple. See, first have a focus and understand where you want to make yourself, in which company or which role. If you have a specific interest, focus on companies which provide such job opportunities. Just don't apply for any companies, or without even knowing what those companies expect, you just go and attend the interviews. At the end of the day, naturally the response from the employer would be maybe you are overqualified or you do not have whatever we are looking out for. So one simple thing is, before even applying for a job or before even looking out for what the companies have their openings, do a detailed analysis pertaining to your interest. What are the companies available in the market? If they have a job opening, go and see the job description or take the support of your faculty members. Madam, இதுல வந்து என்னெல்லாம் இருக்கு, என்ன மாதிரியான job description, என்ன மாதிரியான role, what is it? Okay, where does it really match my expectations or area of interest? If it really matches, give a try, or else there will be a mismatch of expectations, and at the end of the day you will feel demotivated and you will be totally in a confused situation. So do a proper research of the company and a proper research of the job opening for which you are planning to apply or attend the interview, right? The second thing is, once you feel that you're going to take up this course and get certified, just getting a certificate and saying that I also have this certificate is not going to fetch you any job. You need to be an expert in it, a master in it, right? Or else that certificate will be just a sort of a copy or a photo which you need to hang on the wall, right? So it's not going to fetch you any job. If you really want to get a job of your area of interest, you need to be more an expert in practically implementing those skills. Are you confident you will be able to do that? If yes, then definitely you will be the most wanted prospective candidate for that company. So just don't have that mindset up of collecting the certificates for just mentioning it in your resume. Okay, even if you have 1 or 2 certificate, fine, it will add a value add. But at the same time, you need to be an expert in it, have the in-depth knowledge of that specific skill, right? That would help you to raise or go high in your career. And third thing, maximum try to do some practical assignments. Right now, I understand it is difficult to go to a company and do your internship, but still you have many companies which provide, from home you can support them and do some sort of, projects. So look out for such opportunities and do some practical internships whenever you have such time. That will help you to develop your practical knowledge, right? So practical application of the concept is very, very important. This is what employers look out for. And for all this, what is important? The learning attitude. Okay, you need to be ready to learn, right? And to what level is your LQ? The learnability quotient matters. You would have heard of IQ, you would have heard of EQ. This LQ is something which the employers will really look out for in the upcoming times, right? Yeah, they may not even ask you what you have completed. They will just say that, okay, this is the stuff, this is the role which we are looking out for. Are you ready? So you will have to be ready to take up that opportunity. So if you are that level of flexible enough, if you have those skills, you will be, the unique candidate for that specific opportunity. And if you just step back and say, I'm not that comfortable with this skill, or, I'm just halfway through. So you may not stand out, or you may not be in that case, you may not be the most wanted candidate. So if you want to survive and if you want to stand as a unique candidate, you need to have your USP to that extent, okay, that the employers will start looking out for you. So if you want to raise to that level, just think you have to keep on learning. And the only cure for this, and girls, please listen to this. I'm going to tell you a very important way of how you can cure yourself. The only way to cure yourself and be the most wanted candidate in the upcoming challenging job market times is curing yourself. What is that cure? By cross-skilling and by upskilling yourself and by reskilling yourself and by expert skilling yourself. This is the only way wherein you can upgrade your skills, okay, and make yourself, more having a more wider acceptability in the job market, right? So I repeat, the only cure to gain more opportunities during this difficult times ahead is making the best use of the current time, okay, which you are at home, by learning. And what you need to learn is by way of cross-skilling yourself, upskilling yourself, reskilling yourself, and expert skilling yourself. So let me explain to you what is this cross-skilling, upskilling, reskilling, and expert skilling. Cross-skilling, then, what is this cross-skilling? Cross, as the word, itself explains itself. If you are selected for a specific role, they may say that, okay, இது பண்ணணும், but இதுக்கும் மீறி maybe you will have to also take up some other role responsibilities which is related to that role. So at that point of time, you cannot say, I'm sorry, I do not know this, or I cannot take it up. You will have to be ready to take up such role, because right now, once you are, even after you get a job for the internal talent, many companies are focusing and expecting that the employees or the candidates are ready to take up any sort of responsibility which the organization is giving. So you cannot deny or just have a boundary, a fence around you, that I will be doing only this or that. You will have to be ready to take up more responsibilities than your role demands, right? So for that, you need to be more skillful, and cross-skilling is where you will have to take up more responsibilities from the front end as well as in the back end. What is upskilling? Upskilling is upgrading yourself with the latest trends, okay, topping up, okay, as you top up your data, as and when the data recharge பண்ணிக்கிட்டே இருக்கீங்க இல்லையா, so that you have yourself connected with people, yes or no, right? So அதே மாதிரி நீங்க வந்து உங்களை வந்து you need to keep up topping yourself. So how are you going to do? Upskill with the latest trends pertaining to your domain. Okay, you will have to be, constantly in touch with the latest trends in your domain. And for that, take the support from your faculties. Go and register yourself in different forums which gives you a lot of discussion and which could help you to gain your knowledge in that domain, right? I don't know how many of you have LinkedIn profiles here. உங்கள்கிட்ட எல்லார்ட்டையும் இன்ஸ்டாகிராம் இருக்கும், ஃபேஸ்புக் இருக்கும், பட் லிங்க்டின் இருக்கா தெரியல. பட் லிங்க்டின் இல்லைன்னா தயவு செய்து ப்ளீஸ் ஓப்பன் அ லிங்க்டின் ப்ரொஃபைல், because that is a professional forum wherein you can interact, discuss with the and connect with the leading industry professionals, and you can also raise a discussion, and it will be useful for your professional life. Because even the from the recruitment front, there are a lot of employers who take the profiles and you go through your LinkedIn profile to understand about the candidate. So more of LinkedIn hiring is happening these days. So in that way, I think it's good to start. Though you are in second year, you can get exposed to this LinkedIn so that you can have that connect with the industry people by the time you complete your graduation and go in for higher studies or for the job opportunities. So have a LinkedIn profile, right? So that is how you can upskill yourself. Next is reskilling yourself. Okay. Okay, someone wanted me to cross-skilling to repeat. Fine. The cross-skilling is if you have a set of responsibilities given for a role, right? இப்போ ஃபார் எக்ஸாம்பிள் உங்களோட ஒரு ஸ்டூடெண்ட் லைஃப்ல நான் சொல்றேன், மேம் வந்து இந்த ஒரு அசைன்மெண்ட் கொடுத்துருக்காங்க. ஓகே, ஒரு பைத்தான் பத்தி பேசிக்ஸ், வாட் இஸ் த மீனிங் ஆஃப் பைத்தான், ரைட்? அந்த டாபிக் ஓட மட்டும் ஸ்டாப் பண்ணாம இன்டெப்தா நீங்க போய் படிக்கிறீங்க இல்லையா, அதுதான் பேரு கிராஸ் ஸ்கில்லிங். அதோட இன்டெப்தா போய் அது எப்படி வந்து how it works, the practical implications, all that comes under cross skilling. So apart from your role, what are you supposed to do? You are going extra mile to understand what else I can really contribute to, right, in that assignment, right? So that is how you can develop your cross skilling as a candidate to become a more most wanted candidate for that company, right? So அதுதான் வந்து cross skilling. இப்போ வந்து upskillingனா என்ன சொன்னேன்னா, அந்த டெக்னாலஜில இன்டெப்தா, okay, the latest trends, how you can be up to date. Okay, so that is called as upskilling. Topping up yourself with the advanced ways pertaining to that technology is what is called as upskilling yourself, right? The next is reskilling. Reskilling na enna, ungaloda current skill வந்து நீங்க obsolete ஆகாம இருக்கிறதுக்கு, you may have, for example, there would be a software which you are aware, but அதுக்கு வேற version வந்திருக்கும், updated version. So you cannot say that நான் இந்த வெர்ஷன்ல தான் எனக்கு வந்து ஒர்க் பண்ண தெரியும், நான் இதுல தான் நான் ஒர்க் பண்ணுவேன். ஓகே, ஒரு சிம்பிள் திங், முன்னாடி எல்லாம் வந்து டைப்ரைட்டர் இருக்கும், typist, okay, but for them to survive in the job, they had to reskill themselves and they had to get accustomed to the way of working using a laptop or a desktop. Yes or no, right? If not, they would not be in a position to survive in that job, right? If they would say that illa na typewriter la da work பண்ணுவேன் அப்படினா போயிட்டு வாங்கப்பா அப்படின்னு சொல்வாங்க, கரெக்ட்டா? So that is called as reskilling. You need to be more flexible enough to adapt yourself to the new ways of working and learn the new way or approach how you can handle that, right? So you need to reskill yourself. The next is expert skilling. Expert skilling is ஒரு specific domain or technology la நீங்க இந்த அரகோரையா 50-50, if you feel that this is going to be my area of interest or my career goal, become an expert in it, right? Become an expert. So அந்த எக்ஸ்பர்ட் ஆகிறதுக்கு it's not an easy job. You have to தூங்கும்போது நடக்கும்போது எப்பவுமே அதை பத்தியே யோசிச்சுட்டு இருக்கணும், right? So that is what will make you an expert. You need to be you need to have that hunger to learn that specific skill or technology to become an expert. right? So expert skilling will make you to be a more most wanted candidate in demand in the market. இப்ப பாத்தீங்கன்னா IoT, right? IoT related people who have really good exceptional knowledge and skill, they are getting very good packages and very good opportunities, right? So similarly, எந்த மாதிரியான டொமைன் ரொம்ப வந்து இப்போ மார்க்கெட்ல வந்து இட்ஸ் வெரி in demand, அந்த மாதிரி research have to work on it to become an expert. You have people with 3 years or 4 years of experience, but they are getting a very big package, right? Salary package. The reason is the demand. அந்த மாதிரி profiles வந்து மார்க்கெட்ல கிடைக்கல, ஆனா உங்கள்ட்ட இருக்கு அந்த skill அப்படின்னா, you will be the most wanted. You will be the most, the VIP candidate for that company. So if you want to make yourself as a VIP candidate, you need to become an expert, right? So this is how you will have to cure yourself. நாங்க சொல்லதான் முடியும், ஆனா நீங்க வந்து உங்களையே வந்து கியூர் பண்ணணும். இந்த வருங்கால எம்ப்ளாய்மெண்ட் டிஃபிகல்டிஸ் வந்து ஓவர் கம் பண்ணி, if you want to face that challenge, the only way is to cure yourself. So what is this cure? Skilling yourself, upskilling yourself, reskilling yourself, and expert skilling yourself. So இது எல்லாமே நீங்க பண்ணணும் அப்படின்னா என்ன தேவை? Main thing is the learnability skill. கத்துக்கணும், the desire to learn, right? So அந்த skill வந்து ஹையா இருக்கணும். அது வந்து நீங்க தான் அந்த இம்பைப் பண்ணி, you will have to consciously start doing it. And for that, I think this period is a wonderful opportunity, a golden period. Okay, see it in a positive way. Okay, so ஹிந்தில வந்து சொல்லுவாங்க கரோனா அப்படின்னு. இந்த கொரோனாவை வந்து ஒரு நெகட்டிவா பார்க்காம, கரோனா, start doing it, right? So if not now, at least for a better tomorrow for you all, you need to start doing it, right? So I think with that, I would like to conclude my talk. And once again, I thank the ICT Academy team for organizing such a exclusive webinar for the benefit of students. So thanks to Saravanan, Dinesh and team, and also to the excellent participants who have really taken out time and interest to participate in this seminar. So kudos and appreciations to the entire bunch of, always I use this word, my dear Rasatis of Annai Velankani College, and my best wishes to all of you. Thank you so much.